His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh trolled the boxing world the other day by pretty much downplaying the rumors of Crawford vs. Canelo being finalized for September. He shared a screenshot of him and Crawford on FaceTime with Canelo and had this to say. Now, it's evident that the man is clearly being sarcastic while letting it be known that nothing is legit until it comes from the horse's mouth, obviously. Because at this point, if anyone let us know that the fight is being made, it's none other than Terence Crawford himself with all his social media chitter chat. The only thing here that probably isn't official is the actual fight date target of September, and that's probably very accurate as well, with it being reported that Canelo signed a 3-fight deal with His Excellency. It's safe to say it's a lock, which is why we see Crawford ranting about Canelo's more recent comments and trolling Canelo fans about Canelo's training. Some will probably say that Bud is trying to psych himself up before stepping foot in there with Canelo, but the truth is, this is Terence Crawford, bruh. This is who he is and who he's always been. So of course he's willing to take every and anything personal in order to have a chip on his shoulder. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Way before Shakur Twitterson decided to tweet it out, okay? About a week before to be exact. Terence Bud Crawford has the Michael Jordan complex. And if you don't know what the Jordan complex is, it's this. Remember how Jordan would tell Mutombo he's gonna dunk on him and then go out there and do it? You know, if you drop 30 on Mike in a playoff game, he gonna go out there and drop 29 on you in the first half of the next game. He'll even wrap up an NBA Finals game on Father's Day just to dedicate it to his pops. Well, it's the same thing with Terence Crawford. You tell him he's too small, he's gonna show you why that doesn't matter. You get into a friendly scuffle or limits test with him, and he's gonna meet you all the way there every time. And we already know he's a big basketball playing ass nigga, man. Like, if you tell Crawford you're better than him at soccer, then be prepared to play a game of soccer against this guy. If you tell him you're better than him at tennis, he will challenge you to a game of tennis. So best believe, if you give him 8 months to not only sell the fight with boxing's biggest star, but also 8 months to try and trigger Canelo along with himself, he'll do that. Because let's be real here. What Canelo said about Crawford's resume isn't the first time Canelo said this. This isn't anything new, and everyone knows Bud heard him say it the very first time about a year or two ago. So this reaction from Bud is because the fight is a lock, bruh. He knows it's a lock, and at this point, Canelo has his undivided attention. Now, of course, some Crawford fans will like to think Canelo's being disrespectful or trying to push Crawford's buttons, but the hard truth is, if this isn't the first time Canelo's saying this, then it's more than likely because this is how the man really feels about Crawford. Now, that's probably a mistake, and maybe not. Canelo, like many others, just doesn't believe Crawford has had many big fights, and that's his opinion. I'm sure a lot of fans and spectators, preferably Canelo and Spence fans, will like to agree with that, and although I can understand that perception, here's the thing about that. It doesn't matter. When people said Earl Spence had a better resume than Terence Crawford, did that matter when they met in the ring? Does Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes, have anything to do with his resume? Do they parallel at all? No. At the end of the day, the 2 guys in the ring is all that's gonna matter come fight night. Not Earl Spence Jr., not Triple G, Floyd Mayweather, Dmitry Bivol, Sergey Kovalev. Nah, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford's all that matters. Crawford doesn't need a resume in there when all he needs is him, Canelo. And Canelo doesn't need all those names on his resume when Canelo's the king at the weight where the fight will be taking place, 168. Because make no mistake about it, the weight or the style that makes the fight is what's ultimately going to make the difference here. Canelo being the natural super middleweight and straight up looking through Bud like he ain't even there, while Bud is saying he makes a name by turning somebody's into nobodies, is more than enough to not only be excited, but also make bookies and odds makers tread lightly on these recent betting odds. Papa.
Being that you're obviously, again, appealing to Team Crawford, can you confirm? Are we going to see that fight? Has it been made official? Is it official?
It's on, baby. September 13, baby. Look forward to it. Crawford versus Canelo. Listen how I said it.
Hey, are we getting
Crawford
this confirmation here
Canelo.
first?
You understand? Yeah, it's confirmed. Man, what?
Say less.
Crawford versus Canelo, not the other way around. Team Crawford stand up, pound for pound, the best in the world, soon to be the super middleweight champion of the world. Yeah.
There you go.